Alright team, welcome back to another video. Hope you're all well. Now, I get plenty of questions from you guys asking about nutrition for goalkeepers. We've done a few videos showing you some recipes that you can cook for pre-match meals. We've got the Goalkeeper nutrition guide, but one thing that we haven't touched on this channel is what supplements should you be taking as a goalkeeper. And in this video, we'll answer your questions. What are supplements? Which ones should you be using? What should you be looking out for? What you should be careful of? I'll also give you my top 6 supplements for goalkeepers, the pros and cons of each, and at the end of the video, just to reward you for getting all the way through, we've got a giveaway for you as well. So if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's jump straight in. So in a nutshell, supplements are nutritional products which are designed to help your performance on the pitch by supplying you with extra macronutrients. Think, for example, protein shakes or caffeine tablets or caffeine gels. We will touch more on them later, but that's an example of what a supplement is. Now, the first thing to say before we get into it is the main point you need to take away from this is supplements are exactly that. They are a supplement to your diet. It is very important that as an athlete, as a goalkeeper, you think about food first. Having a well-rounded, well-balanced diet should cover you for 95% of your nutritional needs. Supplements are to give you that little added extra, those little 1 or 2 percenters. It is not something that you should be relying on if you haven't, first of all, got your diet under control and helping you perform on a match day. But before I begin telling you about the best supplements that you can use as a goalkeeper, the number one takeaway I need you to take from this video is that anything you take, you need to make sure that it doesn't contain any banned substances. And one way that you can do that is by making sure that any supplements you take are Informed Sport checked. As many as 1 in 10 sports supplements contain ingredients which are banned within sport. There have been many examples throughout the past where athletes have been caught on drugs tests and have complained about the fact that they didn't know the banned ingredient was in the supplement or the item that they took. It is your responsibility as an athlete to make sure you're in control of everything that you put into your body, including supplements. Now, Informed Sport is a quality assurance program for sports nutritional products. Their job is to test supplements to make sure that they do not contain any banned substances. So whatever brand you use of any supplement, make sure that it has the Informed Sport sticker on the product. That way you know it has been batch checked and it has been passed fit and it does not contain anything that you should be worried about. Now, there are lots of different sports supplements companies that you can use. And believe me, I have tried many of them throughout my career. But right now, there is one company that I use for my supplements that I use for training and for games, and that is Soccer Supplement. I've used them for years. They have great quality products. Every single one of them is Informed Sport tested, and they are also used by big players such as Harry Kane, Lucy Bronze, and many Premier League football teams. If you are interested in any of the products that I mentioned today, I'm pretty sure that Soccer Supplement sell them. And if you want, I've got a link down below where you can go and get any sports supplement that you need to help your game. But whichever brand you choose, make sure it is Informed Sport tested. Now let's move on to the top 6 supplements that I think you should consider using as a goalkeeper. Number 1 is protein or whey protein. Now put simply, proteins are molecules within the body that your body uses to help to repair bone, muscle tissue, help to produce hormones, and it is therefore a key part of a healthy diet. But the majority of the protein that you will consume on a day-to-day basis are found within foods such as meat, fish, pulses, beans, and dairy. Now, the recommended daily allowance for protein in adults is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body mass per day. That sounds complicated, but for an 80 kilo adult, that's about 64 grams of protein a day, which is roughly 2 chicken breasts. However, for goalkeepers and for athletes in general, that figure is way too low. Because of your activity, because of your exercise, because of the job that you do as a goalkeeper, you are using your muscles more, you are breaking your muscles down more, and therefore you need more protein per day in order to help you to recover effectively. Now, protein supplements such as whey protein powder helps that process, and it'll help you to recover quicker, as I say, and also help you to reduce DOMS or muscle fatigue and soreness. So you can normally buy whey protein as a powder. You can mix that into a shake with some water or some milk. You can also buy ready-made protein shakes or protein bars. But due to the added activity that you complete as a goalkeeper, protein is definitely a supplement that you should be considering using. Now, our next supplement are sports drinks or gels. You've probably heard of the macronutrient carbohydrates. Now, carbohydrates are a macronutrient which are key for energy production. If you don't have enough carbohydrates or muscle glycogen, You may feel fatigued, you may get tired quicker, and you may notice that during your performance. So as well as having good nutrition, eating a good pre-match meal with lots of carbohydrates such as rice or pasta, for example, you can also use sports drinks and sport gels, which are high in carbohydrates to help you to maintain that carbohydrate or muscle glycogen supply throughout training and throughout games. So products such as these, which is a hydration drink or an energy gel, these are perfect examples of ways that you can get in extra carbohydrates to sustain your performance throughout training or games. They're easily ingested and they're quick hits of glucose that your body can use to help maintain performance and maintain concentration. Now, our next supplement in the list is creatine. Now, creatine is one of the most popular and probably the most researched supplement available on the market. Now, studies have shown that creatine supplementation is extremely effective in improving high-intensity exercise capacity and also improving lean body mass. Now, that sounds a little bit of a mouthful, but basically, for high-intensity activities such as goalkeeping, where you're changing direction, very explosive movements, your body needs to have high stores of a nutrient called phosphocreatine. And the more that you take part in explosive movements such as goalkeeping, the more that your body's stores of phosphocreatine decrease. By taking a maintenance dose of 3 to 5 grams of creatine per day, which is a very small amount, you can make sure that your body's stores of phosphocreatine are at full capacity, enabling you to have more intensity and more intense movements whilst you're training. So a creatine monohydrate supplement is one of the cheapest and easiest supplements that you can use to see a direct impact on your performance. And you can rest assured that it's one of the most tested supplements out there so that you know that you're going to get some kind of benefit. Our next supplement is caffeine. Now, you'll have seen plenty of footballers taking Red Bull or having a coffee before a game. And that's not just due to the taste. That is due to the fact that caffeine has been found to have a positive impact on your decision making and your technical executions when you're fatigued. So later on in a game, when people are getting tired or making mistakes, it's been found through studies that caffeine is a good supplement to help you to maintain your execution and your concentration. As I say, some footballers take caffeine through Red Bull, through coffee. You can also use things like this, which is a caffeine gel, or you also have caffeine tablets. So if you find that caffeine helps you in your performance, these supplements are a good way of taking it. Now, the one downside with caffeine is it stays in your system for a long period of time, and it can have negative effects when you're trying to sleep after games. It's also been found that by taking too much caffeine, there can be negative consequences on your performance, with some negative side effects such as insomnia, anxiety, or even some gut issues. So the one thing I would advise is don't try it for a match day, try it for your training first, and that applies for all of these supplements. You want to test them out in training sessions, high intensity training sessions before you add it into your match day routine. And for caffeine, try to take it 45 to 60 minutes before kickoff and go for a low to medium dose. You don't want to whack yourself with too much caffeine close to a game. Now, the penultimate supplement that we would recommend having a look at is vitamin D3. Now, although this isn't directly for enhancing sport performance, it's an important supplement that the majority of the population are actually deficient in. You normally generate vitamin D through sunlight, but obviously in winter months, for example, that might not be something that you see too often, especially if, like me, you live in the northwest of England. It's a vitamin which helps with your immune health and also with bone development, and it's a very cheap and easy supplement to find. So I would recommend having a look and seeing if you can add it into your diet, especially during the winter. A recommended dose would be about 4,000 to 5,000 IU per day in those winter months. And the final supplement that we think you should consider are nitrates. Now, one of the most popular forms of nitrate supplementation is beetroot juice. Alternatively, you can find nitrates in other foods such as lettuce, rocket, and spinach. And studies have found that supplements containing nitrate oxides lower the body's oxygen demands during exercise, which basically means you can perform at a higher intensity whilst needing less oxygen, and therefore can perform longer with less fatigue. Now, this advice does come with a warning because beetroot juice has a very acquired taste. It is not something that I enjoy. But if you're looking for that little edge, give it a try. And if you do take it, try and take it between 2 and 2.5 hours before kickoff. So there we have it, the 6 supplements that I'd recommend you could try as a goalkeeper to try and improve your performance. Now, remember the key points that I made. Food comes first. Your diet makes up 95% of your fuel as an athlete. Supplements are there if you are a little bit deficient in certain areas. It is not something to rely on at expense of your diet. Number 2, make sure any supplements that you take are Inform Sport tested. That way you know they are clean and they don't contain any banned substances. And finally, if you're going to try supplements, try it out for training before you add it into your game day routine. Make sure it works for you before you rely on it on a match day. So you made it through the video. Hopefully it brought you a little bit of value. And as a reward for watching the whole thing, as I mentioned at the beginning, we've got a giveaway for you. I have 3 starter pack player bundles from Soccer Supplement to give away. If you are to win one of these starter packs, you will receive a Soccer Supplement bottle, a hydration drink for match days, hydration tablets, energy gel, and a caffeine gel. So it's the perfect way to get you sorted for training or for a match day. All you have to do to win one of these bundles is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below one thing that you love about goalkeeping. That is it. Simple as. I have 3 starter packs to give away. You will get extra consideration if you put up on your Instagram story a picture of this video, of yourself watching the video, tag me in it, and tag a couple of friends. That might get you a little bit of extra credit if you're trying to win one of these starter packs. So there we have it. I will put these down. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. We will see you next week for the next episode, as always. But look after yourselves, keep chasing improvement, and I'll speak to you in a bit.